are your kind of company.
Tonight on Ctv3 News, how prepared are you for the hurricane season? Nemo Orange Walk raises the alarm on the impacts of climate change. An ongoing crop season interrupted by the inclement weather. These are some of the stories we have for you tonight in our newscast for Tuesday, June 13th, 2024.
El siguiente es un comunicado de St. Francis Xavier Credit Union Limited. Reunión especial. Comunicado a los miembros. Estimados miembros, en conformidad con la sección 61.8 de la Ley de Uniones de Crédito, el registrador de uniones de crédito ha otorgado aprobación al administrador para que se lleve a cabo una reunión especial. Dicha reunión se llevará a cabo el domingo 16 de junio del 2024 a las 10 de la mañana en el auditorio Hugo J. González en el Centro Escolar México Junior College, aldea de San Román en el distrito de Corozal. Todos los miembros están invitados a asistir a la reunión especial, ya que el administrador proporcionará una actualización sobre los asuntos de la unión de crédito. Se requiere que los miembros presenten sus libretas y una identificación válida para registrarse. Los arreglos de transporte se anunciarán en una fecha posterior. Mensaje del administrador St. Francis Xavier Credit Union Limited.
Good evening with your news, also simulcast on Fiesta FM 106.7. I am Joanna Rodriguez. The 2024 hurricane season is currently upon us, and the recent rains which affected the country, particularly here in the north over the weekend, have raised the importance of being prepared to face these storms. Every year, the National Emergency Management Organization, NEMO, reminds Belizeans about the importance of being hurricane ready with a plan in place to secure your property and loved ones. Today, the NEMO District Coordinator for Orange Walk, Juan Leiva, visited our morning show to share a few tips which we can follow to ensure we are as prepared as possible in the event that our country is affected by a storm during this hurricane season.
Debe de comenzar al fin de cada temporada de huracán.
Okay.
Ya tenemos la experiencia si algo nos pasó, si algo no nos pasó, ¿no? Ver la debilidad de nuestro plan que debemos de tener ya en puesto, ¿no? Y mejorar el plan. Por ejemplo, si a ti te afectó, vamos a hacer la zanja, ¿qué es tu primer plan para el otro año? Asegurarte que esa zanja esté limpio, ¿no? Que se anchee, que tenga donde salir esa agua. Pero si vas a esperar que empiece la lluvia de nuevo y después vas a decir, tengo que limpiar, ya es muy tarde, ¿no? Porque te va a afectar otra vez. Pero si lo haces proactivamente y consigues a alguien que te ayude a limpiar la zanja, no esperar que el municipio, que el village council te lo venga a hacer. Porque es a ti que te está afectando, es tu casa, es enfrente de tu casa, ¿no? Y la zanja te sirve a ti de protección.
Exacto.
¿No?
Exacto.
Es como igual si tienes una lámina que ves que está ya listo para irse, no lo vas a dejar, lo vas a componer o lo vas a cambiar y asegurar que esté bien atado al techo, ¿no? No hay esperar. Exacto. Entonces el plan viene, acabando la temporada de huracán, poner en práctica qué es lo que tú viste que puede afectarte a ti.
In the home, families are encouraged to review their hurricane plan as well as ensure that valuable items are properly secured at any given time.
La familia necesita saber cómo se va a afectar. Va a afectar la inundación, va a afectar el viento, ¿no? Si es inundación y viento, ¿dónde voy a ir?
Okay.
¿No? Si es que no ha asegurado su casa. Por vientos hay esos straps que venden a $2.50, creo que dan $3, solo para hacer más fuerte tu techo.
Okay.
¿No? Ponerlos en cada esquina, cada base.
Okay.
¿No? Si hay inundación, sabes que tu casa es buena, ¿dónde voy a ir? ¿Dónde voy a poner mis cosas que no se dañen?
Okay.
Y tampoco esperar, porque yo creo que no estamos viendo, no estamos escuchando la televisión, no estamos viendo la televisión, no estamos escuchando la radio para los reportes de tiempo.
Okay.
¿Bien? Es bien
No
importante.
monitoreamos.
No monitoreamos,
Ajá.
exactamente. Comida, aunque sea en inundación, sabemos que en ciertas áreas tarda un día, 2 días máximo.
Okay.
Tener todo listo, comida para esos 2 días, ¿no? Ropa, tus documentos, asegurar que no se mojen.
Okay.
Ponerlos en plásticos que no se mojen esos documentos, porque es bien importante. Cortar la electricidad. Si vas a salir, quitar la electricidad de una vez.
Okay.
¿Bien? Y estar en contacto con tu chairman o con alguien que te pueda asistir durante ese tiempo, ¿no? Bien importante. Por eso los números que vas a tener, es importante tenerlo en tu plan.
Okay.
Va a contactar y decirle a tus niños también, si algo pasa, estos son los números.
For the business, it is also important to have a plan in place to secure property and structures ahead of time and to have a strategy set in place for all employees during or before a storm.
Negocios, ¿qué es el plan de tu negocio con tus empleados? ¿Qué es lo primero que va a pasar? Vamos a limpiar, vamos a asegurar todo, documentos, computadoras, ¿dónde los vamos a poner? Es igual como cualquier trabajador de gobierno. Cuando se anuncia que hay un huracán que está viniendo o un mal tiempo, se les dice, vamos a poner estas cosas, computadoras, en este cuarto, los vamos a poner alto, los vamos a tapar con plástico.
Okay.
Y eso es lo que va a pasar. Vamos a asegurar, les voy a dar, vamos en mediodía, vamos a componer nuestro puesto, lo vamos a asegurar, vamos a poner plywood o lo que sea en las ventanas. Después van a ir a su casa a hacer lo que ustedes tienen que hacer.
Okay.
Ese es para el negocio. Siempre hay que darle al empleado tiempo para atender sus cosas de ellos. Sí,
personales.
Personalmente. Sí.
Okay.
Hemos conseguido llamadas a veces de ciertos negocios que no quieren que sus empleados se vayan. Cuando me llama el gerente, le digo, ¿qué plan tienen? Sí, dice, hay un plan, pero no nos dan el plan para que nosotros los veamos, ¿no? Que es bien importante, y va a ser importante que revisemos ese plan, ver los fallos que tienen, que son los weaknesses, y darles recomendaciones que cambiar.
The role of NEMA across the country is to ensure that every municipality is essentially prepared for the hurricane season in terms of having shelters in place for any evacuee, as well as ensuring that areas which are prone to flooding are also prepared ahead of time. Here in Orange Walk, the rains of the weekend exposed some concerns in communities like August Pine Ridge, where various residents experienced unprecedented flooding, as we showed you on Monday. Now, while traditionally there are areas which are prone to flooding across the country, Laiva today raised issues of climate change as well as industrialization, which have contributed to these types of issues in areas where flooding was previously not a problem.
¿Qué pasó ahí? No es la estructura que no estaba bien hecho, sino hay otros factores que llevaron a eso. Y lo mismo está pasando a Gaspar Ridge y a donde quiera que estamos viendo ahorita. Climate change, cambio de clima, deforestación. No hay, a donde había árboles ya no hay. Entonces esos árboles son los que absorben el agua. Pero ya no hay esa cantidad de árboles como había antes. Y gente va rellenando en otros lugares y eso causa que la agua vaya bajando también. Entonces todos esos son factores que tenemos que dar en cuenta de que nos va a afectar negativamente.
Exacto.
Taking these factors into consideration, Nemo Orange Walk has been working along with communities which are considered areas of high priority as the hurricane season is now on its second week.
Por ejemplo, en el año que se inundó Santa Marta, no teníamos a Santa Marta en un puesto como vulnerable. Después tuvimos Carmelita. Teníamos los Albion Islands, que es Santa Cruz, San Román y San Antonio, juntamente con Douglas, que eran las áreas que normalmente veíamos que se iban a ver afectados. Pero cambió, miramos que ellos no fueron afectados, Santa Marta y Carmelita se afectaron, ¿no?
Exacto.
Entonces tenemos que estudiar esto y ver exactamente dónde, y ahora es ampliar el plan a todos, a toda la comunidad.
Exacto.
Pero necesitamos la ayuda de los chairmans, de sus concilios. Cuando los invitamos para el Village Council Emergency Committee, no llegan. Entonces no podemos tener ese diálogo para decirle, bueno, este es lo que ustedes tal vez pueden hacer para ayudar a la gente. Ayudan a ellos, ayudan a Nimo, porque Nimo, y bastante gente tienen esta idea de que Nimo va a ser yo que voy a llegar,
Exacto.
va a ser Mr. Carballo que va a llegar, y no es así. Nimo está compuesto de 13 comitivas,
Ok.
¿no? Y todas sus comitivas tienen su plan de acción que va a hacer durante la temporada, bien sea de huracán, o bien cuando los activemos en casos de que exista un freak storm o algo así,
Ok.
¿no? Por ejemplo, MIDH, ellos andan afuera. Ellos son nuestros ojos y nuestros oídos allá afuera para ver qué área se va a afectar y ellos mismos ponen en plan qué es lo que tienen que hacer ahí. Es cierto, ellos son una organización que están en todo el distrito.
Exacto.
No tienen suficientes recursos, pero lo ponen a donde ellos creen que es más se va a afectar. Y lo hemos visto, por ejemplo, ahorita Carmelita ya casi no tiene ese problema de inundación.
Right.
Pero ahora nos dijeron que hay una área donde están rellenando que quizás va a afectar con
Y
este
eso
tiempo.
va a traer efecto.
Exactamente, ¿no? Entonces ya nosotros ya tenemos esa idea, bueno, Carmelita, esta área quizás lo vamos a afectar.
Yearly preparations for the hurricane season, according to LEVA, also include securing hurricane shelters in communities across the district, which is done yearly in the year.
Ya la lista ya salió, está en el website de Nimo,
Ok.
no todo está ahí, eso hacemos desde enero, febrero, marzo,
Ok.
3 meses hacemos eso.
Ok.
Pero sí, Carmen, necesitamos más albergues.
Ok.
Desafortunadamente, mantención también de los albergues a veces no hay, ¿no? Y vemos que vamos disminuyendo.
Ok.
Pero lo bueno es que también estamos consiguiendo iglesias que nos dan ayuda. Dicen, aquí está nuestra iglesia, pues también bienvenidos a usarlo, ¿no? Pero mantenimiento sí, es que ahora debemos de tener esa idea de que esto es de nosotros, cómo nosotros podemos mantenerlo, cómo podemos ayudar a mantener. Si vemos una ventana quebrado, vamos a juntarnos como parientes, como maestros, como eso, para comprar una ventana para cambiar, no esperar hasta que
Exacto.
se rompa todo, después nos sale más caro. San Román, igualmente el community center, el techo necesita cambiar. Llegas a verlo, es una buena infraestructura. El edificio de cemento está bueno, pero el techo igualmente tiene murciélago, que no es bueno para la salud de la gente.
Ah, vaya.
Por eso los quitamos. ¿No? La escuela de San Lázaro ni Trinidad tienen. Pero ahí conseguimos el VHC,
Ok.
que nos dio permiso usar el colegio ahí. Pero está muy pequeño, no es una escuela grande. Pero más o menos hemos dado cuenta que la gente va con familias.
Ok.
Que es algo, pero ahí viene también la información. Si estás afectado, sales con familia. A veces nosotros no sabemos porque no nos llega esa información y no consiguen la ayuda que se necesita conseguir, porque están afectados. Y nosotros siempre damos esa ayuda. Pero si no sabemos dónde encontrarte, dónde fuiste,
Ok.
es bien difícil.
Entonces, aunque no vayas
Alguna-
al albergue, ¿verdad? Vas a tú ir con la familia, tú le informas a Nimo, mira, yo tuve que salir de
Sí.
mi casa, no fui al albergue porque tuve gente buena en mi familia que me dijo, ven conmigo, quédate conmigo, pero siempre puedes recibir esa ayuda.
Sí, sí, porque tu familiar está gastando. Tú eres un adicional
Gasto
carga
para ellos.
para
Una
ellos.
boca más para,
Sí,
para
exactamente.
darle el
Sí,
alimento.
ujú.
Entonces solamente informar
Sí,
que no van a ir al albergue, pero
estoy aquí con esta familia.
Exacto.
Nombre y número de teléfono para que podamos contactarlos.
La Advisory also shared some rules which residents must follow when accessing these shelters, which allow for a smooth transition during any emergency.
No permitimos animales, es uno, ¿no? Dos, acuérdense que los albergues son temporales. No vas a llevar tu refrigeradora, tu estufa, tu cama, tu sofá, ¿no?
hemos tenido casos así que la gente
Sí,
tiene que
hemos
llevarse
hecho
todo
todo,
esto.
de todo. Es bien difícil porque hay más familias que van a salir y van a compartir. Tratamos de no tener muchos en un cuarto. Y si los podemos poner por familia, para nosotros mucho mejor.
Ok,
¿No?
ok.
Sabemos que hay más control ahí. Hemos trabajado con ciertas familias en Douglas, San José, y sí ha trabajado bien. Y hay reglas que se leen cuando vas al albergue, ¿no? Por eso es que ponemos a gente de gobierno para que asistan en correr los albergues.
Okay.
Y ellos van a entrenamiento, ya saben qué son las reglas del albergue. No se permite fumar, no se permite tomar, y si vas a fumar, vas afuera a fumar, regresas adentro, ¿no?
Ok.
Y tratamos de que cuando sea cierta hora, se cierre el albergue para que la gente descanse,
Ok.
¿no? Y es bien importante que la gente sepa que ellos son los responsables de limpiar el albergue. Porque acuérdense que ellos están como que están rentando ese puesto por un rato. Gratis, pero están ahí, ¿no? Y cuando regresemos al albergue, cuando se cierre, queremos entregar el albergue mejor o como lo conseguimos.
The continued rain over the past few days have prompted a pause in the ongoing 2023-2024 sugarcane crop season, which slowly comes to an end. The gate at the Tower Hill Mill were closed earlier today as milling ceased to allow farmers time to be able to properly harvest and deliver their cane due to inclement weather. Grinding is expected to resume later this week. The most recent report from the sugar mill in terms of the current production of sugar at week 23 of milling stands at 97,066 tons as compared to the same period last year when it stood at 103,231 tons. Cane ground so far stands at 945,939 tons, a reduction from last year when it stood at 986,126 tons. TCTS currently stands at 9.75 as compared to last year when it stood at 9.55. It is noted that the production estimate for the season stands at over 1 million tons of cane, which is estimated to have been in the fields. The crop season is expected to continue into the month of July, considering an improvement in the weather. Former Coast Guard Karen Zip, convicted of the attempted murder of Kurt Hyde, a former colleague, will serve nearly 5 more years in prison as ordered by High Court Justice Candice Nanton. Her attorneys Arthur Saldivar and Darrell Bradley were hoping for a non-custodial sentence, but Justice Nanton said that the circumstances of the case merited a maximum term of at least 13 years imprisonment. As the law stipulates that an attempt at a crime carries up to the same punishment as if the crime had been committed, Zib could have been put to death if the Crown asked for it, or life imprisonment as it did not. However, after review of Zib's mental state and the various aggravating and mitigating factors in the case, she deducted 6 years for the inordinate delay in Zib's case, which took 9 years to come to trial. The judge further deducted 2 years for mitigating factors, including Zib's mental state as it related to culpability, and 2 months of remand time after her bail was revoked in April for breach of conditions, resulting in 4 years and 10 months more behind bars. Justice Nanton, however, noted that Zib showed no remorse for the shooting of Hyde aboard a Coast Guard vessel in April of 2015. According to Saldivar, however, it is her former employers and by extension the state who are to blame for allegedly covering up rape allegations made by Zib against a former colleague that triggered her mental breakdown and led to the shooting. She was previously treated for depression and anxiety and subsequently for post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD. Zib shot Hyde from behind in the back of the head with an M4 carbine while aboard an official vessel returning from San Pedro town. The bullet tore through his brain tissue, which cost him his vision, speech, and ultimately his job, as he was deemed medically unfit to work. An appeal has been launched against both conviction and sentence. Justice Nanton also ordered that Zib be treated for her illness and be held in a facility for someone with a mental condition. 45-year-old Belizean national Alejandro Requena Jr. is facing deportation from the United States after serving 15 years of a 30-year sentence for a home invasion in Lake County, Illinois. Requena was released from prison earlier this year but was immediately placed on an immigration detainer by U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, ICE. After 2 weeks of surveillance, ICE agents located Requena at his workplace in Villa Park, a suburb of Chicago, and took him into custody. ICE has stated that Requena will remain in federal custody pending immigration proceedings. It is unclear when a final decision on his deportation will be made. The case has raised concerns about the treatment of immigrants who have served time in U.S. prisons. Some advocates argue that individuals who have paid their debt to society should be allowed to remain in the country, especially if they have family ties in the U.S. Requena's family in Belize has expressed their disappointment and frustration with the situation. They are hoping that he will be allowed to return home soon. Requena was convicted of home invasion in 2009 and sentenced to 30 years in prison. He was released in early 2024 after serving half of his sentence. Of note is that ICE has the authority to detain and deport non-citizens who have been convicted of certain crimes, even if they have served their sentences. Coming up next, Indian Creek residents advocate for peace in the community amidst legal battle between the Toledo Alcalde Association and the GOB. Stay tuned.
The Orange Walk Clinical Lab Summer Promotion 2024 is here. Get your summer promotion on glucose, cholesterol, triglyceride and hemoglobin for only $20. Also fantastic promotions on prostate PSA for only $50. We also have other packages on promotion. We also provide DNA paternity testing. We take this opportunity to inform the general public in the Orange Walk District that we are an approved NHI lab service provider. So for all your NHI lab tests, just visit your NHI medical provider and visit us at the Orange Walk Clinical Laboratory. We take care of all your NHI lab tests. Results are provided the same day. Come visit us on number 20 San Antonio Road, Orange Walk Town. Call for details at 322-0423 or 600-2727. Call 630-1479. Remember, don't wait for symptoms. Check your health today. The Orange Walk Clinical Laboratory.
This plan, I can't leave this plan. Smart Belize.
Hey there, smart thinkers. We're turbocharging your mobile experience with Smart's powered up postpaid plans. Imagine a world where your data speed flows faster than ever. Well, guess what? We've cranked up the dial and unleashed the postpaid power of Smart's lightning fast LTE data on all our postpaid plans. That's right, no speed bumps, more data. It's like having a limitless highway of data speed at your fingertips. Whether you're a lone ranger with an individual plan or a squad rolling with a group plan, everyone gets to surf, stream, and share at enhanced, full, high-quality speed. Switch to Smart's powered-up postpaid plans today and ride the wave of postpaid power. Visit any Smart showroom or smart-bz.com for details and make your mobile experience smarter and faster. Smart, bringing people together.
I know I can't leave this plan. I can't leave this plan.
It is common knowledge that Belize has made great strides with the marijuana industry. But at present, all works, including legislation, has come to a halt. And that is because government had to look into the de-risking component of it all, meaning that they had to take a closer look at the income gained through the sales of marijuana to protect correspondent banking. But it seems that it is now a thing of the past. Minister of Home Affairs and New Growth Industries, Karim Musa, spoke to the media about the advancements made.
I believe significant strides have been made on the cannabis front, especially in the United States where most of our correspondent banks sit. There was a recent reclassification of cannabis from a Schedule 1 to a Schedule 3 drug, and so that will allow for greater banking possibilities within the United States, and it's expected that that will translate to greater banking opportunities for Belize as well. As I mentioned, we do have correspondent banking relations. We want to preserve that by all means. And so I don't see it, again, as before, I don't see it being a big issue because so long as it's a cash industry per se, but we do want to move away from it being a cash industry in the future. And so with these new classifications, it will help the banking of it.
The Ministry of Health and Wellness today also hosted a health fair in Libertad Village. The purpose, the short answer is the ministry wants you to be healthy and for you to know how to go about living a healthy lifestyle if you are not doing so already. Under the theme, Love Your Heart, the fair was made to bring awareness on World Hypertension Day, which is celebrated each year on May 17th. However, because of the elevated temperatures, the event was pushed back and was held today. We spoke to the organizer, Avileni Reina.
Our theme for today was Love Your Heart, World Hypertension Day. And it's basically to sensitize our community on hypertension. But of course, we explain about what is diabetes, food that we should eat that will help us to avoid those diabetes and hypertension. Besides, we had Oceana coming, the Diabetes Association, dental health, giving health education, mental health, also Vectors PHI were here, also present.
The response from your community?
Well, I guess due to the weather and, kids going to school, yes, we had about 20 community members coming out, but nevertheless, the 3 school, all of them came out, and it was a full response from the school, which I'm happy to know that they came out because, through through school education, everything gets spreads, right?
Raina says the community must know that the heart needs precise health care and it starts with the lifestyle one chooses.
The message to everyone is we need to love our heart. And how do we love our heart? We need to maintain an adequate weight, do exercise, um, lower the intake of salts, um, exercise plenty water, and also enough rest, because sometimes when we work out our body and we don't get enough rest, all of that trigger our health, which might lead us to either being hypertensive or diabetic or any other illness.
The Toledo Alcaldes Association and the GOB are at odds tonight after the Attorney General, at the request of community members, appointed a new alcalde and deputy in Indian Creek Village. The Toledo Alcaldes Association is now challenging the decision in court, and while we await a verdict, there are some community members who are crying for peace. They took to Belmopan today in peaceful protest to have their voices heard. Elmer Cornejo reports.
The Toledo Alcalde Association was in court on June 12, 2024 to seek permission for a judicial review of a decision that was executed by the Attorney General. 6 months ago, the AG intervened in the village of Indian Creek, replacing the alcalde and deputy alcalde based on the recommendation of the village council rather than the village community. So, the Toledo Alcalde Association is now challenging the government of Belize in court on whether the removal and replacement of the two alcaldes was lawful. And then there is a group of individuals from the community that simply want peace. They want things to go back to normal and for tensions to reduce instead of escalating further. The group was in Belmopan today holding a peaceful demonstration, and Donicio Sam gave reporters his opinion on the situation.
I think to my best of my ability, and I think we all, as a Belizean, as a resident of Indian Creek, we have all right to elect who we need to elect that can run our community better. This alcalde back and forth issue now has been creating a big chaos, creating a very big, huge problem in the community of Indian Creek. And it's not bringing peace, it's not bringing unity with the community, but what they're doing, they're separating, dividing our community. I mean, like, we deserve the best. We think we know who can run our community, not just one or two people. The majority of the village elected the village council and they elected the alcalde, who they think that can work for their community.
Okay. So now, let's hear the message that you and the rest of the villagers are sending out to the government, to the attorneys, to the MLA, to the TA.
What we're here for is that we need to be left alone. It's been going on too much. I mean, like, we have younger kids, we have generation, we have future generation that we need them to have a positive attitude, a positive work together, work as a community together. We don't want nobody to be fighting with each other like we are right now. And we just need to be left alone. We don't want any MLA, we don't want no TA, we don't want anything that will distract our beautiful community of Indian Creek. I mean, Indian Creek people are very loved. They work so hard. I mean, we're not fighting for anything, but we need justice. We need justice. We need help. We need the government to intervene and try to assist us in everything possibly they can.
The sentiment of the Indian Creek residents is that the Maya Leaders Alliance and Toledo Alcaldes Association are interfering with the peace that has governed the village since ancient times.
So that's what we need to know. What is it that they really want? What is it that MLA has to offer to the community? What is it that the good opportunity that they're giving to the community? There's really nothing. If you can look at what is happening right now, not just Indian Creek, but look at what happened with Laguna and Emery Grove. It's the same because of why MLA bringing problem, not peace, fighting against each other. If you know that you're the head of MLA, trying to help the people, then be specific, come to the people. Tell them what is going on, what kind of assistance or help that you're giving, what kind of opportunity that you're bringing into the community. You know, so I don't see anything what is there that they loved with the MLA.
Donicio Sam says they are today sending a message that needs to resonate.
We brought all these residents of Indian Creek to send a strong message to the government that they need to intervene as soon as they can before anybody start to, fight against each other. So we need to send a strong message to Christina Cook, MLA, that to leave us alone, leave the villagers alone.
Elmer Cornejo, Ctv3 News.
Belize Electricity Limited BEL faces further delay with the commissioning of the 20-megawatt San Pedro Town gas turbine facility after a key part failed during commissioning. The gas turbine should have been online by now, but the power company says it has been delayed to the end of July or early August. BEL and the installation contractor are presently procuring a replacement transformer to be delivered and installed on site. BEL has been publishing regular updates on power demand on Ambergris Key during peak demand hours and, when necessary, reducing power to certain areas on the island, which is currently powered by a 17.4 megawatt submarine cable connected from the mainland at Mascal, Belize District. The gas turbine is expected to supplement this interconnection and further ease pressure on the national grid, which remains mostly dependent on power from Mexico. And there is more news after the break. Stay tuned.
This plan, I can't leave this plan. Smart Belize.
Hey there, smart thinkers. We're turbocharging your mobile experience with Smart's powered up postpaid plans. Imagine a world where your data speed flows faster than ever. Well, guess what? We've cranked up the dial and unleashed the postpaid power of Smart's lightning-fast LTE data on all our postpaid plans. That's right, no speed bumps, more data. It's like having a limitless highway of data speed at your fingertips. Whether you're a Lone Ranger with an individual plan or a squad rolling with a group plan, everyone gets to surf, stream, and share at enhanced, full, high-quality speed. Switch to Smart's powered-up postpaid plans today and ride the wave of postpaid power. Visit any Smart showroom or smart-bz.com for details and make your mobile experience smarter and faster. Smart, bringing people together.
I know I can't leave this plan. I can't leave this plan.
Nancy Marin has been on the news several times after attempting to positioning herself in the world of politics but failed. However, it seems she has set her political career aside and is now an entrepreneur. Marin is now dedicating her time to her new cosmetic line, which interestingly is made using ostrich oil. The Minister of New Growth Industries, Karim Musa, was at Marin's launch yesterday and provided his perspective on her line of work.
Miss Nancy Marin, as you know, launched her cosmetic line over the weekend. I had the honor and privilege to join her, and I want to encourage other entrepreneurs to dream big like Miss Nancy Marin, to do bold things that are not in the traditional sense. Belize has a long history of traditional crops like citrus, banana, sugar, and Nancy Marin is one of those entrepreneurs who is introducing new products, and her new product line is O Cosmetics, using a variety of different oils, ostrich oil fused with other oils, other essential oils. So I want to congratulate her and commend her on her achievement.
The Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade MFAFT, together with the National Emergency Management Organization, today received a generous contribution of 100,000 Belize dollars from the government of the Republic of China, Taiwan. The funds are earmarked to assist in the recovery efforts following the devastating wildfires that impacted western and southern Belize in May and June of this year. The contribution, according to a government release, will enable the procurement of essential resources such as seeds, seedlings, and other vital supplies which are crucial for supporting farmers and their communities as they work towards restoring their livelihoods and rebuilding the affected areas. Her Excellency Amalia Mai, Chief Executive Officer in the MFEFT, and retired Captain Daniel Mendez, National Emergency Coordinator, received the contribution on behalf of the government of Belize from Her Excellency Lily Lee Wensu, Ambassador of the Republic of China, Taiwan to Belize. According to the release, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade extended its gratitude to the government and people of the Republic of China, Taiwan, for their unwavering support and generosity in the face of natural disasters. This contribution is a testament to the strong and enduring ties of friendship and cooperation between our nations. And that's the news. We invite you to join us for another newscast on Wednesday, June 19th here on Ctv3 and Fiesta FM 106.7. Remember that to read a text version of the news, you can visit our website at ctv3belizenews.com. You can also log on to our Facebook page for current stories at facebook.com/ctv3belizenews or our YouTube channel at Ctv3 News BZ. Remember to wash your hands and remain safe. From all of us here at Ctv3 News, thank you for watching and listening. Good night.